Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final episode of What's Up. I have my guest co-host, Damaya Garrison, here with me today on our last show. How you doing, Damaya?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am well. Last show. Let's end with a bang. Let's get started. It's time for hot news. The Michael Jackson biopic Michael just shattered the box office records, pulling nearly $100 million domestically in its opening weekend, becoming the biggest biopic launch in history. But here's the fascinating twist. Critics gave a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes, but the audience gave it a 97%. That's one of the biggest critics and audience divides we've ever seen. So the question becomes, what does it say about Hollywood and about us as the audience when it comes to film reviews, Damaya?
Okay, so first off, I feel like the reason that it was so much more an audience because of the conditions of the movie. You know, was it his nephew that played him?
Jafar,
so I feel,
yes.
I feel like that was a very big detail into why everyone loved it so much. But it didn't really, through the family, I feel like the nephew was the only one who truly actually enjoyed participating in the show, because I heard the sister, Janet, she didn't want to be a part of it. She didn't want to be in it.
Nor did Diana Ross.
I was about to say, I heard Diana Ross. She didn't want to be a part of it. She said she was going to sue.
Yeah.
But I mean, I liked the movie. I didn't really think that it portrayed the full story, though. I feel like it was just like more so surface level.
Okay, so I get where you're saying. I think it was a good celebration of his life from the 60s to the 80s, 88.
Definitely.
I think that because of those legal limitations, that's probably why those critics gave that review, because you skipped a very big part of Michael's career with how him and Quincy Jones came together to make Thriller was The Wiz. Because Quincy did the music arrangement and the music supervision for The Wiz, where Michael was the Scarecrow.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies, and that's how I became a Michael fan. But I think, though, the story of it all and the acting, the cast was top tier. Even Little Michael was great. I think that Coleman Domingo did a great job as Joe Jackson. He made me hate him even more.
Joe.
Yes. Coleman Domingo did a great job as Joe. I think the makeup was good. Yeah. I like the CGI with the monkey was a little shaky with Bubbles, and Bubbles is still alive.
Really?
And yes, Bubbles is still alive, and Jafar actually went to visit Bubbles. Michael's estate still paid for his care, and he stayed. Yes.
Actually.
Yeah, he's still alive. When a chimp lived to be like over 100, so so he's still alive. But I think the movie, and we have to realize too, as a person, a part of the media, we shouldn't always listen to the media. We should always form our opinion, right? And that's what I think the audience did. Like, okay, the critics said 40%, but when you saw people, when Michael Jackson was alive at his concert, he was having people pass out in concert, but he was having people pass out in the movies. Dressing up, it was a whole experience. And I think being in the theater, going with my family, it made you think that, Michael, like Jafar, even his speaking voice was
his nephew
good.
Did an exceptional job.
Like,
very much
when
so.
it came to the Thriller, like, I had to do a double take. Is that Mike? Even like,
dancing, the choreography.
I find it so weird too. It was so weird, how their relationship is. We all know the story of how Joe Jackson was with, his children, but like, they even call him Dad. They call him by his first name. I just find that very weird to me. But it's official though that Lionsgate is announced that in Jafar it will be a part 2. And I knew that it was going to be a part 2 because reading is fundamental. When you go to the movies, it said the story begins on the poster, on the thing, and then at the end it said the story continues.
Yeah, the ending was very.
Yeah, it stopped at 88 in the bad era, the beginning of the bad era. I think it was something like I said, because of legal limitations.
Yeah, legal limitations. For
you gotta. They worked with what they had, but I think what they did was a great honor to Michael's legacy and his life.
Definitely so.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a great honor. I feel like a movie that really portrays the story. Have you ever seen American Dream?
Dream, yes.
I think,
yes.
yeah, that definitely portrays the story.
It went deep into how he was very insecure about how he looked because of his nose and his vitiligo.
Oh, yep.
So I really like how they really played into that. I just hope in the second part they won't focus more on his relationship with his dad and more about how he made the music and his all that and that type of angle. And because I know part 2 part 1 stopped at 88. Part 2 is going to go into the late 80s or 90s where he did the Super Bowl. He did Smooth Criminal. So it was like that era is going to be really, really good. So and then he got into Neverland. It's a lot that it was. I'm really excited for. So great job. All right, let's get into some tea. Not messy, but whatever. Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson have split. The Grammy Award-winning rapper confirmed that she has ended her relationship with the NBA All-Star, inciting that some compromised trust issues as the reason of the split. Before the official statement, Megan took to Instagram with a pointed message accusing Thompson allegedly of cheating and questioning whether he could even be in a monogamous with the couple. Had only gone public last July, and made their red carpet debut less than a year ago. So now it's over, and from the sound of it, Megan is done. So when it comes to someone, the question really is, did Megan really have to go public with this, or should she just have dealt with it in silence and just moved in silence and people put the pieces together?
That's actually, I don't know, because I mean, well, they did go. I want to say, when they went public, were they already dating prior for a while?
So there were spectacles. They were like, oh, you're seeing. It wasn't confirmed. You understand? If that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
So
well,
it was.
I mean, the pop out was public. Now, granted, when she got on Instagram and started ranting, I do feel like she didn't have to go all the way, but everyone. When
you hurt, you're hurt.
Yeah, I was about to say everyone deals with grief different. Yeah,
black men don't cheat, but I don't blame her. But I don't like the narrative like Klay Thompson was a nothing before Megan. Klay Thompson was he's a future Hall of Famer. Number one, he won 4 championships. By the way,
he's still a cheater though.
Allegedly.
They say allegedly he cheated. He been cheated in December. Allegedly. Okay, allegedly.
We digress.
But yeah, exactly. We digress. But everyone deals with her differently, and she's gaining an immense amount of support after the fact. So I mean,
and I think that I get it. We live in this era where especially when you're a public figure, you feel like you just gotta get stuff off your chest. But I feel like everything does not have to be public. That's what I think. Like, I don't really care about people's personal life, but once become public, it become our business.
Exactly. I feel like she could have really just like a little personal statement, like we're not together no more.
I think it
spared us the details.
Yes, instead of the Instagram post, I think it should have been posted, like a statement should have been published.
Yeah,
like that. I think that it should have been more formal in that aspect than a kind of a messy like accusing him of cheating and allegedly and all that stuff. But it's weird because Klay hasn't even acknowledged it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He hasn't.
He's on his boat.
Yeah, and he declined CNN's request to speak with him too. So I really don't think he cares.
Yeah, it is what it is. Listen, right. People thought that this was not going to last long when they got together.
I thought
it lasts longer than what I expected. I thought it was going to be a summer thing. What is it? Summer twings?
Yeah, summer fling?
Fling, there we go. Summer fling. Thank you. This is like the Maya show being here for a time. But I liked them as a couple. They were like couple goals, but
they was very cute.
They were very cute.
But like, everyone's different. Like they probably maybe they didn't clash together.
I felt like they could have gotten married.
They definitely could have. No, they have the looks. Like they have a very attractive couple, I'd say.
Yeah. It is what it is.
I was about to say it is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay, before we go, we want to celebrate Damaya for being our last Hot News guest co-host. She's been the person who has sat at this desk for the most time with 6 appearances.
What?
6 appearances.
I don't even remember.
Wow. And let's take a look at her first time here at the show.
They broke up. Like, but y'all, you see the internet flips things, the internet makes things, they blow it into a bigger issue than what it should be. Like, at the end of the day, just mind your business. Like,
that's the moral of the story.
That's the moral. That's
Clock
it.
that T.
Clock that T. Clock that T. Clock it.
All right.
Clock.
No, Demaya, I appreciate. What has been your favorite moment coming here at What's Hot?
What's my favorite moment? Definitely when we talked about Kirk Franklin.
Oh my God,
Easter?
yes,
I love
yes.
that moment. That was actually
when
kind
we
of
talked about
the
Kirk
gospel.
Franklin potentially doing the Super Bowl.
Yes, and who we
Yeah.
would like for him to do it with. Yeah, I like that show. That show was very nice.
Demaya, you have been someone before. Believe it or not, me and Demaya didn't like each other when we first met.
At all.
I used to be the president of our dorm. Let me stop hitting my mic. Sorry, control room. But I used to be the president of my dorm, and she used to be the vice president. And we did not clash for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't remember either.
I don't know why.
That was you. You were just messy.
Allegedly. Hold on, where's my camera? Go to camera one. Allegedly. I was messy. But I think, though, Demaya, sitting at this chair is really hard. And you make it look easy. Having rotating people coming here and talk about pop culture and other topics, you make it so easy. And I appreciate you coming to do the show with us. It's the reason why you kept on coming back. It's the most times, 6 times. She needs her own show, people. So, Demaya Garrison, thank you so much for joining us one last time up top. All right, we'll be right back. Coming up, we're going down memory lane by looking at our best moments from the show. But first, Faber Liberty Team Market owner Robert Lee Edwards Jr. and Public Relations Coordinator Shonda Mo McFall joined us live in studio. You're watching What's Hot. Hey you, do you want more What's Hot content? Then be sure to hit that subscribe button. We promise you a great time.